Hello Year 11 and welcome to your lesson called Practical Multiples. So we're going to be looking at multiples. So it's things like multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. So kind of looking at our multiplication. But let's jump in with this first example. Anna starts a dog walking service and wants to have some advertising pamphlets printed. The printer handles advertising pamphlets only in multiples of 250. Anna wants 600 pamphlets. How many will she need to order? So what it means is how many lots of 250 do we need? So we're going to start off with 250. But then if we add 250, we're going to go up to 500. So what they want us to do is to keep going until we know how many we need to get printed. So 250, 500, 500 plus 250 will give us 750. So Anna will need to order 750 pamphlets if she wants her 600. So she can't order the 600, so she can go 100 less or 150 more. Now, some of you might think, that's all great, but I'm never going to want to print 600 pamphlets. But maybe this next example will be a little bit more helpful. So timber is available only in lengths that are multiples of 300 millimeters. Is it possible to buy a 1 meter length of timber? Why or why not? And then Peter needs 2 lengths of timber, each 1300 millimeters long. What is the best way for him to buy the timber? So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to have to scroll down onto a new page here, is we want 1 meter of timber. Well, we want to know if it's possible. So 1 meter equals 1000 millimeters. Now, this is an important thing to do because we want to be comparing lengths, so we don't want them to be in different units. So let's write some of our multiples of 300. So we're going to go 300, 600, 900, and then it's going to go up to 1200. So our 1000 actually sits in here. So when it asks us, is it possible to buy a meter length? The answer is going to be no. And the reason is that 1000 isn't a multiple of 300. The example's actually done it a little bit different because it can be really annoying if we're going to be doing a really big number. So say if it was like 126 meters. We don't want to sit there and write out every single multiple. So what we can do is we can take the length we want, so 1000, and we're going to divide it by the length they come in, which is 300. And in this case, it'll be 3.3333 recurring, which means no, because we want it to be a whole number, so 3 or 4. And then the answer is not a whole number, so 1 meter is not a multiple of 300. So we say that, and then we say it is not possible to buy a 1 meter length of timber. So we've answered the question and we've given our reason. Peter needs 2 lengths of timber, each 1300 millimeter long. What is the best way for him to buy the timber? So we want 2 times 1300 millimeters, which is going to be 2600 millimeters we need. Now we want to know if this is going to be able to be done. So again, we're going to take our 2600 and we're going to divide it by our 300. Now I don't have a calculator, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to have a look up here. So we can see that they've done the 2600 divided by 300, which gives us 8.66 recurring. Again, not a whole number, so it's not 2600 is not a multiple of 300. So we know that this means we need 8 lengths, and then this means we need 0.66 lengths. So because we want it to be a whole number, we say therefore 9 lengths are needed, because that means he'll get his required 2600, but there'll be a little bit left over. So have we answered all that question? What is the best way for him to buy the timber? So cut 2 times 1300 millimeters from 2700. So there'll be 100 left over. So if we did 9 times 300, because we're buying 9 lengths, that's going to be our 2700 millimeters, which is 100 millimeters more than we need. All right, that's it for that one. Again, first example, you might think that doesn't really worry me. I don't think they'll ever apply to me. But if you like building stuff, if you're wanting to get into a trade, if you just want to do like home improvements, it's really important to know how to work out how much of something you want. Because 1, you don't want to buy not enough and then have to be doing multiple trips, or 2, you don't want to spend more money than you need to. All right, that's it for this one. Ask me if you've got any questions.